everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve. I am a drone pilot, but I do fly this thing. What's that called? What is this? Take three? Take three. Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and I am a drone pilot, but I also fly RC helicopters. However, I don't fly them as well as Jedi Steve here. So Jedi Steve is going to do a few things for us today. First off, he's going to tell us the difference between these two Hueys. They might look the same to you, but his is actually the previous version, and this is the newest version, version 3. So his previous version, he's doctored it up, made it look really awesome. But it is different than the new version 3, and I'm going to get Jedi Steve to tell you the differences. So we're going to jump over to Jedi Steve, who's wearing different clothing. Here we go. Steve, can you show us the old version and the new version and tell us the differences?
All right, so just to be clear, this is the older version, and this is the new version 3. Let's start with the tail. The tail is a little more unfinished on the old one. It kind of ends squarely. It's a 3-bladed prop instead of a 2-bladed prop on the new one. The motor is a little different than on the original one too. It's the color first of all, but the can is a different design completely. And the tail end is a little more finished on the newer model. It's nice and rounded, a little more scale looking. Second thing, if we move up, the fins, you had to glue them on. They're a little shorter looking. These ones already came pre-molded and they're slightly longer. They might have done that for stability. The details here are slightly more muted, I guess I would describe it that way. A little more obvious on the new one. So this one, like I was saying, it's got some black accents, but they actually have a use for them. There is a little meshy material. They removed it from the new one, so obviously they decided that it wasn't a must. If we move up, just quickly, the blades look exactly the same. The head looks exactly the same. Next thing is the landing gear. This one I thought kind of looked more period correct and more scale, but having seen this one now, I find that the new one gives it a more like a scale stance. The Huey really sits low. I like the fact that it's black on the old one, but this one, the shape of it and the way it sits, I think looks better. So that's another thing that's been changed. Moving on to the canopy. This one usually comes completely, if you buy it stock, it doesn't have the little meshy material here. It's been added for just cooling because I found that the ESC got slightly hot sometimes. So imagine that this one on the original one was completely solid but colored black. On the new one, it's a window now, so the details is a little better. Although as far as cooling goes, the window doesn't really help you any, for this. So cooling might be a little better the way I did it, but the way it comes out of the box, this one, you have to open it up if you want some fresh air going through. Next thing about the canopy is if you look at it from the front, this one looks a little skinnier, this one looks a little wider. So again, they did improve, as far as I'm concerned, the look of the scale look of the thing, because this wider one looks better. Especially if you look at it from the front, it looks more scale again, makes it look like it's low and it's got a wide stance, as opposed to this one, which I used to think was very scale, but again, like the more you look at this one, they did improve the scale looks. The way the canopy comes off on this one, it's magnetic, so you have to pull on it. So it exposes the whole front end, which is very good for access, very good for having a look at everything that might need repairs or tuning or whatever. So very good design, never had issues with it. This one is a little different. It's you got a release button in the front, or release catch. You have to push forward, you pull on it, and again, it's very easy access to everything you need to maintain or look at to make sure everything is good. By the way, this is the new GPS. Apparently you can just turn it on and knows where it is in the world, and no issues. Although the other system never had an issue with it either, so might be an improvement, we'll see.
All right, back to us. What's going to happen next is, since I have Jedi Steve here and he's an RC helicopter pilot as well as a drone pilot as well as an RC plane pilot as well as all sorts of pilot stuff.
Anything RC.
Anything RC. So he's going to fly his older version Huey, the previous version to this version 3. He's going to fly it in manual mode, because if I fly this one in manual mode, I am going to destroy it. So I'm going to fly this in GPS mode. He's going to fly in manual mode, and we're going to try to fly them at the same time without crashing into each other. Hopefully this works out well. What do you think, Steve? We're going to do well?
We can hope for the best.
Hope for the best. All right, there we go. Steve is getting his heli ready. I got to get mine ready. Steve's plugging his in. I'm plugging mine in. There we go. They're all powering on. All right, both helis are ready to go. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fly in GPS mode, and I'm gonna put this in autonomous mode so it flies a figure 8, and then Steve is gonna fly in manual mode, and he'll be able to buzz over top of me in succession so that they kind of look like they're going at the same time. I put a camera on the bottom of Steve's, and I put a camera on the top of mine. Hopefully nothing goes wrong with the cameras. We don't know, but here we go. So let me put this in GPS mode, and let's get it ready to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start up. Here we go. We both stand way back. We never know what's gonna happen. All right, we're going up in GPS mode. There we are. I'm gonna fly about that high. Steve, do you think that's good?
Yeah, that's good.
Are you able to take off with mine there, or do you want me to move forward? I'll move it forward a little bit. Just a wee bit, right over there. There we go. I'm way out of your area of crash. All right, Steve, let's see those props spin. All right, there we go, manual mode. No GPS happening in Steve's, and he's gonna try not to crash into mine. There we go. So, oh, he's over top of me now. Just gonna make mine go into automatic mode. In other words, I'm gonna tell it to do a figure 8 on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then Steve will follow it. Figure 8, here we go. All right. I should have it higher because you see that mini? It looks like it's close to it. Hang on. Oh no, it seems okay. It's gonna do the figure 8. Oh, it's coming over us for the figure 8. Oh, it's like a war zone. We got both. Watch out! So that should be a close-up of mine going around in GPS mode. Easy to follow because it's in GPS mode. And then over here we have Steve's going over top. Woohoo! So what do you think, Steve? Hard to follow?
It's hard to follow on figure 8 for sure, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Steve's in manual mode. He's not going to take his eyes off anything.
Oh no.
He's got them coming around, and we'll catch Steve and all the helis above us. There we go. Okay, Steve, I'm gonna put mine in GPS return to home.
Okay.
See if you can follow it as it goes up, and then just over top as it comes down. So I have my remote down here. It says 3D mode, which I'm not in. That's what Steve's in. I'm in GPS mode, and on the top is return to home. So I'm gonna switch it to the top. Here we go. Watch mine. There it goes. Going up. And coming back home. And it's gonna come and land on whatever's below it, which is me. See if you can go over top of it, Steve. Well, it landed a little bit on the grass. On an angle. All right, Steve. Bring yours in for a landing. You did well. All right, so there you have it. We tried flying both of them at the same time. I just let mine go in autonomous mode. It was in GPS figure 8 mode, and it flew really well. Now, Steve, on the other hand, he was in manual mode, and it's kind of hard to fly a heli.
Yeah, you got yours flying that I had to keep my eyes on, and it's doing a figure 8, so it's a little bit of a mental gymnastics to try to guess where yours is going to be. Plus I got the Mini flying nearby too. So yeah, there was a lot of things going on. So I tried to do my best. Hopefully the footage will be good.
Yeah, you did well. I didn't tell Steve it was going to be an obstacle course. And also we had a drone. We had one of the guys, Jacques. For some reason, he was flying his FPV drone around us. So we had that to dodge too. You might even see it in some of the footage.
Hopefully he's going to see the Mini.
I don't know. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't even think he saw the Mini up in the air. And, oh, is it coming back? No, now the Mini's coming over us. Where are you going? Is it going to land on me? So just to reiterate, this was part 2 of my review of the Huey V3. So you probably have a good idea between the older generation and the newer generation, what the differences are at GPS mode and manual mode. Because if you don't, go watch part 1. Part 1, I show everything in detail on the V3 and fly it in GPS mode and show you all the cool things it can do.
Plus we have different shirts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we were wearing different clothes in different parts of the video. I don't know. Anyways, we do these over several days as the weather permits. All right, guys, if you want to buy the Huey V3, I'm going to put the links to it below. Go check it out. It is on the Banggood website. You can find it there. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in a future video with many more reviews. And Jedi Steve might join me, right?
Yes, I might.
All right. If I don't make it too challenging. All right, see you in the next video. Bye.